The Young and the Restless spoilers Tuesday, October 8. Nick stuck in Phyllis and Sharon's sweepstakes. Diane and Jack marriage trouble. Diane's vengeance on Kyle. Claws come out after son's theft exposed. Greetings to all Young and the Restless fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Nick stuck in Phyllis and Sharon's sweepstakes. Diane and Jack marriage trouble. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 8, reveal that Victor Newman will resort to another sneaky tactic as he goes after the Abbotts. Billy Abbott has come a target since Victor wants a chancellor preemption, but it looks like his coming move will be against Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins. Abbott Victor intends to destroy Jabot and make Jack suffer, both professionally and tête-à-tête. Since Diane is Jack's woman and happens to be running the company with him, sabotaging their marriage will help Victor's docket. Victor got updates from Audra Charles about the pressure being on the rise, so he'll subsidize on Jack and Diane's relationship drama. It'll be easy for Victor to push the right buttons and make effects indeed worse. Diane will ultimately lash out at Jack for allowing the worst of her. Since it'll feel like Jack still views Diane as a schemer, she'll blow her top and stomp down from their mess together at the GCAC. Meanwhile, Nick Newman will get stuck in a sweepstakes between Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. Phyllis will continue to rant about Sharon's treatment of her family, including all the hurtful effects she said to Heather Stevens. Since Heather apparently demanded time piecemeal from Daniel because of Sharon, Phyllis may condemn her rival for setting Heather's demise in stir. Maybe Phyllis will argue that if Sharon had just left Heather, Daniel Romalotti Jr., and Lucy Romalotti alone, also none of this would have happened. Of course, Nick could fluently rush to Sharon's defense and contend it's not her fault Heather is departed. Perhaps Nick will jump by and push Phyllis to save her blame for the real malefactor once the disquisition is complete. Young and the Restless suckers know Sharon is working hard to cover her tracks, so she'll ultimately tip the bobbies off to some planted evidence in Daniel's apartment. That could make a bigger mess than Sharon bargained for in the coming occurrences. For now, Chance will meet with Daniel again to pass along a warning. Considering someone has been texting Daniel from Heather's word-defended phone, Chance may want him to be careful since they don't know who they're dealing with. Our Young and the Restless prognostications allude that Sharon will inadvertently make further trouble for herself soon enough, so stay tuned for all the stunning news to come. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Cameron Kirsten will have to help Sharon with any disasters along the way, so do not miss all the action. The Young and the Restless spoilers Diane's vengeance on Kyle. Claws come out after son's theft exposed. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Diane Jenkins Abbott has formerly been fed up with Kyle Abbott, but she'll soon have a new reason to lash out. Now that Kyle has made another sneaky move against his mama, Diane is sure to want vengeance. Diane has been contending with Kyle to stay at the Abbott manse with Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, rather of moving out like he plans. Still, living in the same house with Diane easily has its disadvantages for Kyle. Kyle had to come on and find Diane's laptop, so he checked and set up that it was still logged in. That allowed Kyle to meddle and eventually give Victor Newman intel on an inconceivable moisturizer that's in the workshop at Jabot. Now Glissade has an occasion to move ahead with the design, so Diane will surely be furious once she finds out what Kyle has done. Of course, it'd be delightful if there was a twist. Right? What if Diane assumed Kyle would make a move like that and designedly planted fake product word to see if he'd take the bait? Unfortunately, Diane isn't relatively as professed in allowing ahead with chess moves and making prognostications like Victor, so she may have just left her computer logged in by mistake. Anyhow, the fact that Kyle was willing to get on Diane's laptop and steal intel says a lot about his character. Kyle constantly plays the victim and also does stuff like this to prove he's earned all the counter-reaction he's entered. The verity is that Kyle undermined Diane continuous and eventually got bobbled out of Jabot for it. Kyle can whine about that all he wants and indeed bring up Diane's history miscalculations to justify his conduct, but it's his own fault that he lost that job. Now Kyle is trying to make a name for himself at Glissade, but is he really doing that when he still has to steal Jobot's products rather of developing his own? Kyle deserves a downfall, so we can only hope that the young and the restless spoilers Diane's vengeance on Kyle. Claws come out after son's theft exposed, has a big one brewing sooner or laterly. As for Diane, she'll surely avenge against Kyle in some way after his rearmost theft. Diane might wash her hands of Kyle at this point, since she's not sure what differently she can do to repair the relationship. Since Kyle's willing to get down in the slush and hurt Jobot in the process, the claws may come out when Diane decides to fight back. The young and the restless spoilers say Diane and Kyle have another major blow up ahead no matter what, so stay tuned for updates on the bad news that's brewing. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.